Hey friends! Today I'm walking you through how to draw a decorative dahlia using a hard-tip touch marker. From the sketch to the final color layers. This one's gonna be super fun and relaxing, so grab your markers and let's get started. First things first, we're gonna roughly map out the size of the flowers. Nothing too detailed, just the overall shape, so we know where it's going to sit on the page. Then we'll find the center. That's the flower bud, and begin drawing from there. From the bud, start building out the first layer of petals. These are the ones that are just starting to open up a bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just sketch out the basic shape of the petals to start. We'll come back and clean things up later. Now, dahlias have a lot of petals, like an overwhelming number. So instead of counting, just think of them as too many to count and focus on the flow. The petals are long and tongue-shaped, and they get bigger the farther out they go. Once you've got the general shape down, we'll start refining each petal one by one. This type of dahlia has lots of curled edges, especially the petals near the center. Try imagining little seashells or even calla lilies to help with those inner petal shapes. Even though dahlias are pretty symmetrical, you don't want to draw every petal exactly the same. Vary the size, the width, the curl a little bit. That's what makes it feel natural and alive. And keep in mind, dahlias bloom from the outside in. So build up those layers patiently. Now comes the detailed part, drawing those curled, layered petals. They're the highlights of the whole flower, so take your time with them. Once the whole flower is filled in, take a step back and check the silhouette. You can always add or remove a petal or two to balance things out. Use an eraser to lightly clean up any distracting lines. And tweak things until each petal has its own little personality. Alright, time to outline. When inking, pay attention to where lines cross or overlap. That's where you want to slightly thicken the lines. It gives more depth and dimensions. If you have one, a dipping pen works great for this because it naturally gives you varied line thicknesses. But no worries if you don't. Just use what you have. If you've got a light box, that helps keep your final lines super clean. And I also like to go back at the end and thicken the outline around the whole flower. It just pops more that way. Now erase your pencil sketch, and we're ready to start coloring. Let's lay down a base layer of light pink. You don't need to fill it in perfectly, especially around the edges. Leaving a bit of white can actually add a nice airy feel. Next, deepen the color around the center bud. That's where the petals are tucked in and the shadows are strongest. You'll also want to add more layers of color at the base of each petal. Especially the ones that are underneath others. Then grab a slightly darker pink and start shading the roots of each petal, the spaces between petals, and that little dip in the center. This part really helps define the depth and layering of the flowers. Super important for that realistic look. Now we're gonna use a more saturated pink in the shadow areas, but keep the shaded areas smaller than before. We're building contrast, bit by bit. Around the edges of some petals, try blending in a soft yellow or peach to warm things up a bit. And for the darkest gaps between petals, keep deepening with muted, darker pinks. Because we're working with light-colored petals, we can tone down the saturation in some shaded spots using a warm gray, especially in areas where the petals are tucked behind others. A touch of light warm gray can also smooth out transitions in your shadows. You can even add some soft shadows on top petals where they cast light onto the ones beneath. A pale gray is all you need, just a little touch here and there. If you're feeling playful, add a bit of light blue or lavender to the outermost petals for a cool-toned contrast. And don't be afraid to fully color in a few petals using a bright, punchy pink. It helps break up the softer tones and adds interest. Now it's time to step back, check the overall feel, and do a bit of blending or smoothing anywhere that feels harsh. Use a lighter color to soften the transitions and blend things out. A few quick tips to wrap up. Dahlias bloom from the outside in. The outer petals are the biggest. The petal arrangement looks complex, but just takes it one layer at a time. Don't worry about perfection. Just enjoy the process. When shading, focus on the depth between petals and around the center. That's where the most contrast and detail goes. And that's it. I hope this was helpful and gave you some ideas for your next flower piece. Take your time, don't rush it, and most importantly, enjoy the process. Let me know how your dahlia turns out, and I'll see you in the next video.